I was giving Renee grief about golf. Very interesting. Many years ago in Scotland, a new game was invented. It was ruled gentlemen only, ladies forbidden. The word GOLF, gentlemen only, ladies forbidden, entered into the English language. That's what golf stands for.
And I think you were talking to Nadine, but it's okay. You get us mixed up all the time.
It was the driver and the putter and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I am excited to introduce to you this next guy. Two of my three sons, Ian and Jared, they office in Columbia here. And I don't know how you and somebody else were there. Do you recall what was going on?
I was invited to do just a little show for a recording, just to sing, and I showed up. I've always been told, show up.
That's right.
And that's what I do.
Oh, absolutely. And when we were rented a situation, somebody had COVID and couldn't make the show today.
Right.
And I got on the phone, and they had said to me, see if Corey's available. And I go, who? Because I had not heard of you until they mentioned you.
Yeah.
So then I went to your website and looked at that, and I thought, yeah, buddy, you've had a rough life.
I have had a rough life. I have. But, when God intervenes, he changes it completely. And, that message or that scripture that you read, man, I tell you what, speaking of COVID, I almost died 5 months ago.
Is that right?
I did. I was in the hospital, and I had double pneumonia COVID. And, I'm young. And the doctor came in and said, hey, we want to put you on the vent. And I said, well, what are my chances of living? And he said, you got about an 8% chance. And I said, no, sir. And I said, and he got upset with me a little bit. And he went and called my wife. And my wife was at home with COVID as well. But my wife, she's like Superwoman or something. It didn't, but he called my wife, and my wife said, well, if he don't want to be on it, then don't put him on it. And that night, I took a turn for the worse. My heart rate, I accidentally fell asleep because one of the nurses came in and said, if you'll use this incentive spirometer all night tonight, I think I'll be able to save your life.
Wow.
And I fell asleep for 10 minutes, but by accident. And when I fell asleep, I heard all these alarms, and I woke up, and all these doctors and nurses were around. And I was like, I'm dying right now. I'm dying right now. And I was I've lost family members to it, and and my heart rate had went to 220 beats per minute. My oxygen was like 39 or 49, and I had this nurse kneel down, get in my ear, and she started praying. I get choked up when I talk about it. No, I don't mean to be, but she said, I'm going to pray for you, Corey. And she gave me a shot, and my heart rate went down, and she was praying for me in my ear. And then after she prayed and everything, it was just like my heart rate went down, and, they had this thing on me pushing air into my lungs. And the next day, my oxygen went from that to 85.
Wow. And
then the next day after that, it went up in the 90s. And then the next day, they said, man, I don't know how, but you can go home today. And I said, but I did tell God this. I said, God, and I stayed true to it. And, I've got a song that's got the word hell in it, but there's a hell. But I said, God, if you'll save me, I'll give you all the glory in everything I do, even doing country music. I'll give you all the glory. So I'm going to give him glory right now for me being here and being able to sing today, and this is a dream come true for me.
Give us a song, Corey.
I'll give you a song. This is an old cut. This song I was laying in the bed and I wrote it in about 4 minutes, and it's called "Excuse Me." Excuse me, can I have your attention? If you don't mind, I'd like to sit a while. And forgive me if I forgot to mention that your heart and soul are always on my mind. And I regret the way I left you hanging and watched those tears run from your lonesome, lonely eyes. Oh, I've tried to get you off my mind more times than I can count, but every time I close my eyes, it's you and no one else. I'm so sorry that we can't start all over. You've made it clear when I walked out the door. And I know the pain I caused was more than you could bear, but tonight it seems that you don't even care. Oh, I've tried to get you off my mind more times than I can count, but every time I close my eyes, it's you and no one else. Oh, how it kills me to see you with another, but that's the price I paid for leaving you that night. Yeah, that's the price I paid for leaving you that night.
Yeah!
Thank you, man.
Jared and Ian, you done good.
That's a country song right there.
I really appreciate you being here.
Man, I tell you what, like, I've watched your show over the years, and
Yeah, every now and then.
I've always said I want to be on that show because one of my heroes was on this show. He played guitar.
Keith.
Yeah, I was saying, hero. Must be.
He's the guy with the shirt right there
And
hanging
he's
on the
sitting
wall.
right beside me right now, and
You
it's
got it.
so crazy. And
He's loving every minute of it.
I tell you what, he was the most gentle man, and I was able in the past to go backstage at the Opry, and I remember seeing him, and I was like, golly, that's Jimmy Capps. And person my age, sometimes they don't recognize people like that, but I did because this show, number one, and the Opry. And I walked up to him. I said, "Hey, Jimmy, I'm Corey. How you doing?" He said, "I'm doing okay." And I said, "Well, I'm gonna tell you something, Jimmy." And he said, "What's that?" I said, "You give me a year, I'll be on that stage."
Wow.
And he said, "You know what? I had a guy tell me the exact same thing, and almost a year to the date, he was on that stage." So that's how we made our connection.
Yep.
But then, I'd come back and forth or whatever, and every single time I would go to the Opry, he would be sitting on the side where the music, where the sound system was. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
He'd be sitting on the side over there, and he'd go, "Come on, sit down," and we'd talk. And he looked at me. He said, "You'll be on there.
Wow.
You'll be on there one day." And he said, I ain't gonna say the artist's name. He said, but just don't sound like that guy when you get up there. I can't tell you the name, man, but I thought it was the funniest thing. But man, I tell you what, he was a sweetheart. He was just a humble man. You know, I gloated over the guy because I was a huge fan of him. And
Yeah, we missed the sheriff.
I know you do.
I am very pleased you're here.
Yeah.
I'm
And
pleased to be here.
I believe that he's right. Something strong is going to happen for you.
Well, I appreciate you saying that.
Take a break and get out of here.
Oh,